Well, 10 months of planning went into the Skate into Summer camp with Mankato Figure Skating Club. Kate Jones takes us to the ice.
We were there yesterday from like 7:15 all the way to 9:20.
The two-day camp, Skate into Summer with the Mankato Figure Skating Club, was a huge hit with young skaters. Attendees came all the way from South Dakota, Iowa, and as far north as International Falls in Minnesota, just for a chance to work with Olympian Surya Bonali.
We've been working hard, different skating skills, and I think it's very entertaining for everyone. And hopefully the kids get to learn something. You know, skating camp are very special because you can learn new tricks, new skating skills, something you don't usually do back home.
Her partner and figure skating director at Shattuck St. Mary's, Peter Bavere, was also coaching. He hopes skaters take away new skills and friendships.
The skating world is really a small community, so they're going to be crossing paths with other skaters.
Although this is the first year of the camp, Bavere was impressed by the organization's hospitality.
Especially with the weather being so hot outside, it's really nice to be in the ice rink. So just the hospitality has been very just as warm as the temperatures outside, actually.
The camp was completely sold out with 4 different group levels and private lessons after the camp. Most skaters said the spinning class and working with the coaches were their favorite part of the camp.
Being coached by Surya and Peter, because they give me more detailed instructions and it helps me a lot.
Having an Olympian in their own ice rink was especially inspiring.
Very special. I'm very honored to have this opportunity. Honestly, extremely grateful. Like, this doesn't happen every day, so.
All of the skaters worked hard, but one young girl has big goals for her future.
I want to go to the Olympics when I grow up just like her, and someday hopefully I land my backflip on the ice, because that would be really cool.
Reporting in Mankato, Kate Jones, KEYC News Now.
Although the organization is looking forward to making this an annual camp, they said they were just happy to get through the past 2 days.